Hello, AriTheGoddesss here. I hope you're all doing well today. May this message resonate with you, and may you always use true discernment within every message. May the divine guide you and bring you the truth, the wisdom, and the clarity that is needed for your life, for your journey, and for this moment. So hopefully you all can hear me. I put my mic back on my phone, so hopefully you all that can hear me a little better now. I'm also in a different space than I normally am as well when it comes to these messages. But I put the mic back on the phone, so hopefully you're able to hear me. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get right on into it. I've waited on this message for a reason. I've waited to speak on this message for a reason, just to see just to see the feel, just to see what I needed to pay attention to, what I need to be aware of, what the divine, wanted to speak, and just listen to my intuition about the matter, and just to see what some of the truth that I brought, because I brought some of it to the forefront some days ago, and I see the energy from it. So that is verification of me knowing that it is needing to be talked about. Wow. And as I said that, this always happened. Courage came out. I know you heard that sound. That was courage. I was just pre-shuffling and courage came out. So wow. So I just want you all to know, just a heads up, this isn't me making up anything. This is what I really experienced. Yes, there's different perspectives, there's different perceptions, there's different truths. I've already prepared you all for, the depths of the truth, the different perspectives, the different ways of looking at things, paying attention to your intuition, the signs and everything. So everything that I'm going to do my best to bring right now in this message, it's come from that. It's come from me for years paying attention to this and just absorbing it, getting a mental picture of it or getting a mental description of it to see, where it needs to go, and to see, okay, if it's true, to see, just different things. So I just wanted to put that out there. And before I also start, I want to talk about a dream that I had last night. And this is going to speak so much on this. It has something to do with fear, and some of you all may be in fear of something. You may be in fear to express something. It does not have to just be, something that you need to say, speaking the truth about. Maybe it's, you may be fear to move. You may be fear to start that job, start that career, that's the career. I was just about to say career. Get into this endeavor, be in this relationship, be in that friendship, get this opportunity. You may be in fear of that. And the reason why I speak about fear is because I had this dream, and I'm going to try to be as vivid, and you know how dreams can be a little patchy, but I'm going to try to remember as much as possible. And I'm going to make it short because I know you all want to hear what I have to say. And hopefully, please give me grace when speaking about it. But anyway, going back to this dream, it was this, I remember being chased by this man. And till now, I know the whole concept of the dream, but when I kept asking him why he was trying, okay, so basically this man, he kept chasing me and he was trying to kill me. And I, no matter what obstacle, we were going through obstacles. Like, I was hiding in the cars. I know this is about to it may sound funny to some, because I was even during the dream, no, it was scary. I'm like, what in the world is going on? But after it, when, just my sense of humor while I was cleaning up this morning, I found some humor in, just some of the stuff that, I was doing in the dream. But I was hiding under cars. I was hiding behind buildings. I was hiding under houses. I was, for some reason, I kept seeing old neighbors, and it was people that was watching me go through this. It was people that was watching me and seeing this man trying to do this to me. And I could be any of this. But yes, there were people who was, watching this man trying to do this, but no one lifted anything, a finger, said anything or anything. So it was just like they were just, and it was just weird individuals. It was like old, neighbors, old people I know, loved ones. They were, even I had one part in the dream where I saw a loved one and they wouldn't even speak, and so I was like, I was just asking myself, what does that mean? Like, why are these people see this man is after me? What is going on? And so I'm hiding under cars, I'm hiding in cars, hiding under houses, in houses, I'm climbing walls. I know this sound, you know how dreams can be. I'm doing all of this and I'm trying to figure out, why is this man, trying to, do this? And so long story short, like, okay, so I remember I got him in the car. I got him in the car and I tried to lock him in the car, but the window was down. And so what I was able to do though, I don't know how I rolled the window up, or I don't know if I rolled the window up, but basically I lifted my foot up and broke his arm. Sounds kind of wild, right? How did you lift but I broke his arm because his arm was sticking out. You know how your arm stick out the car? I broke his arm. And as I broke his arm, he looked at me. I looked at him. I run. This man get out the car. This man get out the car and start coming at me again. I'm like, that didn't work. Like, what's going on? Who is this guy? Why is he after me? What do you want? Why is people ignoring this? What is going on? Why is people can't see this? What is going on? So we finally get to a scene in the dream where I'm in this building, something like that, and it was police around, and basically, he pulled out a gun, but I end up hiding, and the police officer end up catching the guy, and I end up, but it still wasn't over. It still was kind of a scene in there where it was just like, before he got to the police officer, he was about, it was about to happen. And then I asked him, why do you want to do this? Why are you after me? The pause, it was a pause. And it was like he couldn't even answer it. It's like he couldn't even answer it at all. And then that's when the police officer came. And then that's when my dream, that's when I kind of woke up. But I'm like, I went right back in. I'm like, how you wake up in a dream? Because I ain't see nothing happen to him. I wanted him to go. I wanted him, like, the same thing he wanted from me. I don't want to keep mentioning the word, but the same thing he wanted from me, I actually I wanted that for him. So what I did was, I'm like, I'm not about to wake up. No, you know how you had them dreams and you like, this is not enough. I got to go back in this dream and finish what was, started. And so I somehow was able to do that. And, I said some prayers. I remember saying some prayers, and he ended up, going, it was the prayers, and then the police ended up doing what, he did, when it came to this. And so, the concept, the message that I got out of it, the whole concept of what I got out of it, of who this man was, it was fear. Because I asked, I'm like, what was that? What is this? It was fear. It was fear chasing me. It was the illusion. And the reason why others couldn't see it, because I was in this illusion. I was in this illusion. They couldn't see it. They think I'm just running around with running around. But they couldn't see it at all. It was me. I was in fear of the, it was me. And it was this illusion of fear. It was fear that was chasing me. It was the spirit of fear. That's another, I'm grateful. Thank you, Divine. I had to get that. I had to make that clear too. It was the spirit of fear that was chasing me. And then, so when I went back in, said my prayers, that spirit of fear got released. What happened to it, and it got released. So that message may be for someone, I just felt guided to share that, and hopefully it's able to resonate to whom it is needing to resonate to. I apologize for being 10 minutes in here and, still haven't spoken. I would write down in the comments when I'm about to start talking about, where I felt like certain crafts was done on me, and the events that made me that I kept asking signs and for, but that I kept ignoring till I kept asking the signs again, and I eventually, it's still kind of, I'm still like, no way, but I'm going to speak this because I really think that I really believe that I need to. I really do. I really, really do. So this is about, certain crafts. I didn't believe in it. Long story short, I really didn't, with this, I didn't believe that, certain crafts was real. It's something that I thought was only on movies. It's something that I thought, the way that it was perceived, it was only in movies, and no one really does that. We have free will. No one can alter or, manipulate, another person's energy. No way, no way, no way, no way. Well, there's depths of truth with that, but I also have my truth when it comes to this. And there also may be someone going through a deep transformation right now, and this may be part of it. Okay, so this all started, I'm gonna keep it real, I'm gonna be honest. This all started when it's a loved one. I call him a loved one. Years ago, it didn't start at the beginning. Remember, there were messages before, like at the beginning of, the first 3 months I would speak on that there was this loved one that I really, really loved and care about, but I just felt like it was an energy on them, and I could not depict exactly what it is. Like it just felt like I knew I cared about this person. I knew I wanted to be with this person, but for whatever reason, I felt like that there was this energy. And of course, I'm not sitting here just trying to blame everything on the person. Of course, I know I had energy within me as well, but it was just like my spirit kept telling me that there's something that isn't right. There's something that isn't right. And so, I still, of course, it's not that I was ignoring it, but I always kept it in the back of my mind, like there's something that's not right. Time went on, I'm gonna kind of fast forward within this. It was kind of like towards the end when we kind of stopped talking, when, things kind of start getting a little weird. I remember in the middle of us talking, I remember when I will be next to him in bed, there was this time that I would be sleeping, I would hear these whispers. It'll sound like, I later on found that that's chants that people do at their altar. But at the time I didn't know. It sounded like women. And at first I thought it was my guys. At first I thought it was, they were looking out for me. What I thought it was they was trying to tell me that there was something, what I was saying, what I was thinking naturally, that I was right. So I thought that's what it was. So I'll wake up, just imagine you waking up, you looking at this person, you like, And it wasn't like this person was doing anything sneaky or anything. It was like energy. It just felt like something was not right. And so I remember, having those whispers. It's like chants, in my ear. And so then I remember again, it happened again, but this was like towards the end when we stopped talking. It didn't happen anymore after that. It didn't happen. It only happened 2 times while we were talking, and then 1 time while we wasn't. Please forgive me if I'm everywhere. So the time that I just told you about, then towards the end, it had happened again, and I'm just like, okay, they just trying to tell me something, haven't been seeing really kind of eye to eye lately anyway as well, and just such and such. All right, and then when I paid attention though, I would notice, like, after I had those whispers, there'll be something that'll happen, afterwards, to me. There'll be some type of tower moment. There'll be some type of something that'll happen, and just, I didn't think of anything then. I didn't think about any, just none of that then. That there was something that was, going on. And so that was the 2 times while we were talking. The time that we weren't talking, it happened again. But before it happened, let me tell you, I remember telling him, and this is before, I didn't know anything about certain crafts, certain work, certain ritual. I didn't know anything about this. Something just told me to tell him that night. I was like, there's something on you. I said, no. I said, somebody put something on you. And he was like, well, he was basically just like, it can't get to me. He said this same thing twice. He was just basically like, it can't get to me, such and such and such, such and all of that. And I remember having a sage, I remember having like a sage, and I remember saging him. Something just told me to do it. Remember, I don't know anything about it. Yeah, I had a sage, but this is something I'm learning about. Sage means cleansing. So, it's not me thinking that, cleanse this, this individual because, I know that this is going on. This is just something that my spirit, the inner me, that was telling me to do. And so I ended up doing that. That night I went to sleep, I heard the chant again. And I'm like, what is this? And so the next day I ended up getting in a car wreck, a really bad car wreck. This happened years ago. This happened in it wasn't just a real bad car wreck, but it was a car wreck. And I remember those whispers. And so, time go on. I'm on 7 minutes. Let me try to speed this up. I apologize because I'm nowhere. If y'all are ready for an hour, please, because that's probably what this is going to be. So time goes on. I get in that wreck. After that wreck, a lot of things just start happening. A lot of moments, tower moments, all of that just kept happening back to back. Mind you, I'm not with this person, but it's just like an energy felt as though I was, or maybe the energy, was still potent, or and I didn't have any, and I know this gonna sound unbelievable, but I didn't have any sexual anything with this intimacy with this person at all. That's just how close we were. We were just, I believe, two people that enjoyed each other's company and stuff like that. We didn't do any of that. So I know you would think when I say potent energy, it'd be, something sexual. It wasn't sexual at all. That was pure, that was just pure energy. And so, that wasn't manipulated, is basically what I'm trying to say. Not by me, or not by, but probably, there was a manipulation within energy. Okay, let me keep going because I don't want to confuse anyone. Okay, so, all right, tower moments after tower moments, now I'm going to get into what I have. All right, so I start asking the question, okay, what was going on? What is going on in this situation? And so every time I would ask, I would see the person. I would see a certain person. And I'm like, no. And so, no, I didn't. I never said no. I just was like, like the inner me was like, okay. But I'm like, no, I'm not trying to be delusional here. Like, no. So I would ask again because I kept having tower moment after tower moment after tower moment. And I just kept asking over and over and over and over. And I would always see this person. I never saw this person ever before while I was talking to this individual. Now, I don't know this person, but the loved one know this person. The person that I was talking to know this person. And so, and they were, I believe they're close or whatever. I listen. So I would see this person all the time. All of the time I would see this person. And so, I would always see this individual. And then what's even weirder is after I would see this person, I would see him. And it kept repeating itself like every other week or every week. And I know that sounds very dramatic, but I'm not, listen y'all, I'm not making this up. And so I remember, this is around the time I, started my brand. This is around the time I'm, I'm able to get through that. Gain some energy. Then after that, this is where I start my brand. This is where I'm going. This is where, I'm thriving. I just decided I'm not going to focus on that. I'm just going to keep going. Then that's when that decline, when you hear in videos of me talking about that decline start happening. Now, I do believe that it was a time for me to go in solitude, but I also believe like everything was just happening at once. I do believe, already that was a path for me going to solitude, but I believe there was other manipulating energy that was going on as well. So while I was in solitude, of course I was still working, of course I was still doing the things I was doing, I kept seeing, him. And, I remember the energy that would be around him, and I remember the energy that would be around me. Yes, I acted as though everything was good, but for some reason, I found myself not being able to express myself the way that I wanted to, or I found myself expressing myself too much, and then I would just see the reaction from him, and I would just be like, wow, like, am I just asking myself, what is the universe trying to tell me? And am I in a delusion? And I remember one time, because I kept realizing how much I would see him, then I would see her, then I would see him, then I would see her. And so one day I just told him, I said, do you know such and such? I never, and the face he made, he was like, yeah. And this is just out of the blue. I asked this. I'm like, no, I said there was I remember saying something again about something being on him. And then after there was a follow-up of, do you know such and such? And he was like, yeah. He had like a shocked look at first, like, how do I know that? And then, I thought, that's what I followed up with. But I knew that I was trying to get him to know, okay, to see that, okay, that I don't even really know this person like that. I don't talk to people like that. I don't be in people's business like that. How do I know this name, And this is what I was trying to get him to see. But obviously, I don't think he, was able to see it. But I was basically just telling him that there was something on him. And I don't think he put two and two together at that time. Not saying if he ever will, because like what I said, there's different perspectives and perceptions and depths of the truth. So what I'm saying, he may not even perceive it this way. But going back to what I was saying, I told him, like, there's something on you. He ended up saying the same thing that he spoke of that the first time I told him, and said he don't believe in that. He don't believe that it can touch him, stuff like that. Okay, cool. All right, at this time, I'm kind of more into what's going on. Like, basically, I started hearing certain things as, certain crafts, certain works and stuff like that. Stuff I've really never even heard before. But by this time, I'm like, okay, I believe this is what's going on. But then I'm like, no, nobody else is noticing this. So that can't be true. All right, so I'm trying to make sure I'm saying everything. Okay, so fast forward. Okay, before, you remember when I spoke of, how I had my business or whatever, and then I went into solitude. Out of nowhere, like, I got real foggy. Like, I no longer had clarity on what I needed to do. I was super fearful. I was super doubtful. What seemed easy wasn't easy no more. Also, like, I felt like really tired. I just felt really down. I'm just like, I'm normally not this type of person. Like, I'm just saying to myself in this time of solitude, I'm just thinking like this. In my mind, really, I'm kind of thinking, okay, this is what happens when you this is what happened. Because I remember being depressed before. So I'm thinking, okay, this is what this may be. I'm like, okay, this just, you just, you got to come back up. And so, but I just remember the fear. I don't remember fear as bad as I remember in this time. I was so fearful. And remember, I've spoken of before of I was so paranoid at the time. I felt like everyone was against me. I felt like no one loved me. I felt like, it was just so much that I was feeling. And I'm just like, what is going on? Where is this fear coming from? Because normally I'm confident. Normally I love to create. Normally I'm very courageous and confident in everything I do. What all of a sudden has shifted, And this could be from fear as well. I do want to add this. Fear may cause that illusion, illusions. Fear can be the root, and then different illusions can be created off that fear. So I just want to add that as well. Okay, so fast forward. I remember asking again. Okay, so this is when I'm learning about certain spirituality. I'm learning about certain, work, certain crafts, certain things, right? And so some videos start coming across YouTube where it was like how to know if someone did such and such on you. So I would click on it or whatever, and it really didn't never give information. So I just decided to ask myself. So I remember I was driving down this road, and I asked the divine. I was like, Divine, is there a certain craft that has been done on me? I cannot kid you at all. A deer, as I'm driving 50 miles per hour on this road, because it's a road that, those back roads, I like taking those, it's the back road, and I don't know where this deer just comes right in front of my car and just stops. And I'm like, okay. And so I remember just putting the video down and asking the question, and that is when the deer popped up. So I'm like, I said, I'm going to try this again. So I drive some more. And I ask the question. This time I pick up the video and about to click on the video. Soon as I was about to click on this video, I'm going, how you about to start off trying to go fast again? Well, start speeding. I do that, but I have to slam on brakes so hard because another deer come out as I ask this question again, as I was about to press the video. I'm like, okay. So at this time, you still like, okay, still, I can still be delusional here. So I'm not trying to blame anyone or anything like that. So, yes, fast forward with that, there was still more tower moments with that. There was still more. I remember I remember getting in another car wreck. And seeing this person. And when but they were in their car. I was pulling up to the store and I would see this person. I saw this person pull off speed by. And I'm like, what is that? I'm like, is it like, and I know all of these signs, y'all like, duh, Ari, this is the person, but it's just like, in my mind, I didn't want to grasp it, because I'm just like, it's nobody out here doing this. What, out of jealousy, out of envy, because of a man, because of the, like, it's like, it wasn't, I couldn't grasp it. I'm like, there's no way people are doing this, It's no way people are doing this. And I remember asking someone about that. I was just like, basically, it was random. It was just random. It was just it was out of nowhere. I was just like, I just wanted to see because I don't talk to anyone about that. So I just wanted to see what this person was saying. So I remember asking, I'm like, do you know that people be doing certain crafts and works on people out of jealousy and envy? And then they were like, yeah. I'm like, and because of a man, they were like, yeah. I'm like, you knew about this? They were like, yeah. They was like, people do it all the time. I'm like, so this common? Like, because in my mind, I know about free will. In my mind, I know we all individually have free will. It's like our own law. It's like our own individual law. And I just did not think that was possible at all. I just didn't. So so in that time I started doing a lot of praying. I started doing a lot of fasting. I noticed when I used to fast, this is how I knew, and this is what I saw in the video as well of, okay, I remember always when I used to fast, when I would get done fasting, I would smell this smoke. And it was it would be no one around me or anything, but it's just like this smoke smell. And then guess who I would see all the time after? It wouldn't be her, but it'll be him. And I'm just like, huh? I'm just like, oh, okay, this is just the universe. This is just the universe. I just kept thinking that the universe was just trying to tell me something in different scenarios. And it's just, yeah. So, moving forward. All right, that's not even all. I have a second part, kind of. It's going to go in this video. It's just like, basically, I felt delusional. Basically, I felt like, I'm going to tell you about this second. I believe that it happened twice from another person, though. And the reason of this, I remember having this dream. Could be the same person, could be a different person. But I believe that it's a different person because I remember being guided to the second person of who it was. I remember having this dream, and I saw two stars in my dream. Right? And I remember the stars end up swapping. It's like it did a swap. And I didn't know what that meant. A lot of this stuff, I would see it before the video actually came to me, or before I actually had to ask the question or anything like that. So basically, going back to what I was saying, like, I remember these two stars. It was like we were in the sky. It was nothing but light. It was a whole bunch of light, right? And I remember just seeing, it was like I was a light as well. And it was like me seeing I was a star and there was another star too. It was two altogether. And I just remember it being a switch. And I'm just like, okay. It felt like something. It was an energy that felt different that night that I couldn't explain. And so the next morning I wake up, I'm just like, okay, what did that mean? So I asked, but I didn't get that answer to, I was getting signs, but I didn't get the answer. So I was like, what was that? And so I remember one day coming home, and I remember having, this is where I do my sacred, my meditation. This is where I even speak with you all at. This is where, I just spend my sacred time at. I remember seeing this shell, the shell pieces that, we put on our hair. I remember seeing this shell in a place, in this sacred place. I'm like, I don't wear these. And I'm like, I know I didn't buy my daughter these, so what is this? And so, for a while, I'm just like, okay, maybe it was my daughter. Maybe she just brought it home for school. But then I end up asking my daughter, I'm like, have you ever, had this shell? And she was just like, no. I'm like, you sure? Children be bringing home all type of stuff. And I'm like, and I know I don't wear this. So I'm like, where did this come from? So I was guided to whom it may have been. And the reason why I say who it may have been, because this person, she had the shells in her hair. These type of shells was in her hair. And so I'm just like, what are you trying to tell me, Divine? And so different stuff will happen. Let me make sure I'm not forgetting stuff. Different stuff will happen, and I just keep asking the Divine, what does this mean? And as I will be guided to, the person, I would just notice something. My intuition was telling me something and was showing me something. It was like an energy drainage. It was like, I can't describe it. It's like, it's weird. And so none of what I'm saying is I heard this spoken before and then I came up with this story. All of this happened first, and then the story, solutions would come, or answers would come, or videos would come of kind of, backing me up of what I was thinking, what I was feeling, what I asked, stuff like that, or, even different scenarios of what's happened. Now, again, as I said, like, to believe it or not, I'm still 80% at it. At first I was like, no way, 15%. Okay, stuff kept happening. I'm like, okay, I'm at 30, and it gradually went up. At this moment, even after everything, even after everything that I've just told you, it's like, to grasp that, it's like, this is really going on, and people don't even know about this, or people don't even know that this could be happening to them, or this is happening to people, but they don't know how to explain it, or they don't know what to do, they don't know how to ask, they don't know how to listen to their intuition, they don't know how to observe or be aware. And this is why I brought it, to you all, because it's like, if you listen to my videos, my message before, I speak on, listening to your intuition. And this is why, you see, can I tell you all something? How I transmuted this though? Of course, and I do feel like there may have been an energy swap, a destiny swap. That's what I may have been saying it wrong this whole time. A destiny swap. I really, now that one I believe more, I believe it all. I'm going to say that. I'm still at 80%, but I'm going to say I believe that one. And I do believe that it's just, okay, I believe it. As I'm speaking, it just went up to 85. I'm going to just say that. But, you see how I was able to transmute this? And I believe it was, I'm going to be honest, although those challenges, those obstacles, what I went through was so hard, was so challenging, and I'm not even giving you all of it. I still think there was a reason for it, because that was the only way that I would be able to tap into this gift and be able to experience that because of the awareness, the intuition I have, the observation that I have. I believe it had to happen that way. It can be believed more. It's like I had to back myself up on the previous message to get here. Not only did I had to back myself up on the previous message to get here, but I had to prepare you all for it, meaning like, okay, of course I prepare y'all for this message, but no, it's like telling you to interconnect with the divine, telling you to listen to your intuition, pay attention to the sign, be aware, be observant, because you will know that what I'm speaking of, although I probably was everywhere with the story, that okay, she really was aware. She really was observant. Okay, she really may be telling the truth about this, or you know what I'm saying? It's like it got transmuted in a powerful divine way, and I just hope that you all are able to, protect. Continue to know that you're protected, and continue to ask the divine for protection, so certain, and to speak about it. Like, if you have a story, if you have something that you want to express your truth about when it comes to this, it's people that may need to know this, it's people, and to bring that darkness to light, to let people who may be doing this, that's not okay. It's not okay. I can really be upset right now. And this is why I took so long to make the video, because, at first, and it was a subscriber that told me, they was just like, Ari, are you okay? Basically in the comment, because I had posted a video on this before, and they were just like, and this is what I'm talking about, observant. They was like, Ari, are you okay? Because in this video, I've always heard you say heartfelt things, but this really stuck with you. And I'm like, look at this subscriber being observant. And I was like, and this is a male too? I'm like, okay, look at this subscriber being observant. And so I was like, I basically commented back, but I ended up deleting it because I just realized maybe I wasn't ready, or just things like that. But what was I saying? Yes, this is if you are experiencing anything like this, maybe our stories may be similar or the same, or there may be someone else who may be going through this or have gone through this. I know that we are all on an individual path, and I say this, I don't know how I'm saying this right now so smoothly and not being angry and not being mad and stuff like that. It's been points where I have been, though, because at the end of, at the whole day, not the end of the day, the whole day, I have a daughter, and this is, it's people, we have a world. This is where I get kind of upscale with it. Like, my temperature may rise a little bit, because it's people that are, homeless. It's people that are, we see the injustices that's going on within the world, and we use our gifts. We use crafts like this on that, out of just jealousy and envious over a man, over a destiny. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. You have these gifts. We have these crafts. We have these abilities. We have these skills. But you want to use it against a person that is trying to better themselves and be creative and do what they divinely want to do. It don't make sense. And so I'm just like, there's so many people. It's so much going on in the world that can be used on. And so maybe that's an awareness that can be brought, And it's no way that those gifts, that's not my business to speak on what should happen or anything like that. It's not okay, though. I really, really hope that this message resonated. Should I flip some cards with this, or should I just... But you're like, no, Ari. Flip no cards. But remember that courage card did come out. Please, if you're guided to share this video, please share this video, because there are people that need to hear about this. You don't hear me saying share the videos. You don't hear me saying any of that. But I just really believe that this is important. I know that I'm talking calm. I don't know how I'm talking this calm right now, but because it was so much that has happened. But I know it is released. That is probably why it's released. It's no more. For those, when I tell you, for those who have went through this, for those who have went through something similar, even me, just in general, that is no longer. It has been released. It has been given to the divine. You do not have to fear that no more. That is why I had that dream. Fear not anymore. Everything is released. Your finances, your opportunities, your healing, your life, it is released. Everything is released. You are no longer having to go through that anymore. That has been released. So I ask that you not fear anymore. That has been released. On this full moon, as things are released, that is released, and it's no more. It's no more. Things are becoming just, and things are becoming balanced. It has to. It has to. It has to. No longer is it not going to happen like this. It has to. There's people that owe you apologies. I don't know if you're going to get it. I'm going to be honest. I don't. But we're not even worried about those apologies. We're going to forgive and continue to move forward and focus on these new opportunities this rebirth, this deep transformation that has occurred, and these shifts that has occurred for us in this new time. So I really hope that this message resonated. Forgive me for it being this long. I really hope that you got this far. I really hope that you haven't clicked out. I keep splitting the deck, and as I split the deck, I did it before, and this is just me playing with the deck. Before, it was the male principle card, and I just looked at it. I was going to say something about it, but I didn't. I split the deck again. It's on the male principle card, and Mother Earth is on the other. That's speaking to me balance, as I just spoken of. It's way more truths in that, but I'm not going to get into detail of that. It's just speaking of balance. The male principle, Mother Earth, balance. So I really hope that this message resonated. Sending you so much love and light. Remember, share this to someone who would get it. Let them know, Ari, she may not sound all the way, this is her first time explaining, but we love Ari. So we're gonna share this anyway. Thank you all so much. Sending you so much love and light. May you get it through the wind. Thank you.